Well, hello and welcome to the Saturday morning stream. Thank you for being here. I hit the wrong button. Now I'm here. Everybody look busy. The boss is on. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, this stream is quiet right now. Like I'm not even showing. I refresh my screen. It's not showing any numbers yet on here. Cool. Analytics. Welcome. Okay, connecting to the stream. Cool. Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here on the Saturday morning stream. All seven of you here now. Thank you for being here. What happened? I think I've been canceled or something. YouTube has canceled me. They're like, dude, we've given you enough time to be entertaining. You have failed, and we are now canceling you. We will send you the 5 people. You get 5 people that can watch now. Now, what is interesting is I don't... okay, there we go. Now I see the concurrent viewers. There is a thing at the top of my screen that says creators adopting live automated mid-rolls saw an average over 20% uplift in stream revenue. Yeah, I'll see a 20% rise. Nothing. No. So, hey, should I turn on ads for you guys in the middle of the live stream? Would that be fun? I think I'll just say no to that option. So we won't turn that on. Anyways, jumping into the chat, and anybody that's new, welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. During this stream, we just kind of talk as a community about tech and whatever comes up. You know, it's a chance for you guys to share any questions you have, comments about tech, thoughts, stuff like that. You know, there's no structure. There's no structure to it. I'll admit it. I don't have any. I do want to thank my channel members. I do a channel member stream before this one. We had Rhett from Jack's Diner. He was at our member stream. I do appreciate you being there, Rhett. Thank you. And yeah, it's even more intimate group there, and share behind the scenes stuff. You know, talk about products that maybe aren't out yet. You know, just whatever, talk about all different things in there. So yeah, thank you to the channel members. Now jumping in the chat, hey William, welcome. Good afternoon, good morning. Hope you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had a wonderfully warm Thanksgiving in Mexico. We went on a trip. So yeah, it was an interesting trip. It was, we had some good times. We had some sweaty times, and yeah, it was... No, overall it was a solid trip. We just now have a teenager who wasn't thrilled about being there. David, or Nick, sorry. Good morning, Craig. I see Nanoleaf is going to have Matter Wi-Fi bulbs coming. Yeah, that may not be a bad idea. It may not be a bad idea. I don't know, man. I'm not in love with all the Thread stuff. I mean, Thread seemed great when it was just my HomePod spitting out Thread, you know, and my Apple TVs, when it was just my Apple stuff creating a Thread network. But when I introduced like the Aqara hub that makes it has a Thread network, can be a Thread border router, and just different things, there's just part of me that the magic of Thread hasn't been as nice as it used to be. So hey, maybe Wi-Fi will be better. Wi-Fi would be better. I do want to check out some more of the Nanoleaf lineup. I mean, they really have, like, I haven't checked out their newest strip, which is multicolor. I don't know if it's as bright. You know, I don't know. I got to dig into some of the Nanoleaf stuff a little more. David, long time no see. I know, it was like 4 minutes ago. It's been a while. It's a long 4 minutes. Alan, you know, we barely got away from each other. But yeah, welcome, David, Alan, Gordon. Yeah, CES is 1 month away. My wife is going to be going. She's going. She has a job to do there. Has a job at CES, an event she's working on. I'm going to be home with the kids on this one. You know, my wife's she has to travel for work she has CES, and then she has another project butted up right up against it. So I'm not going to be able to go this year, because it's better for her to go make a bunch of money instead of me spending a bunch of money. Plus, you know, yeah, Vegas scares me. I barely made it out of my 20s in Vegas, so yeah, I try to stay away. No. But yeah, Gordon, hey, Gordon, thank you for your support. And I've had some conversations with Gordon, very interested guy, he's a good guy. And yeah, we got to talk next week because now actually staying still for a little bit. Bill, got tech questions asked Craig. Bill's been a long time channel supporter, and Bill, he's the one that helps keep this stream on track by giving a heads up when I'm going a little too long. So thank you, Bill, for your support. And Alan, great guy, man. Thank you, Alan, for your support. John, good morning. It's 40 and rainy. Feels like holidays. That feels like a rainy holiday. I'm glad you got the holiday feeling going on, John. That's what we had a little bit of that missing during our Thanksgiving, being closer to the equator. So Devon, good morning to you. Yeah, we're what, 18 days to Christmas? Is that right? Holy crap, I better get shopping. Anyways, what's on your guys' Christmas list? Anything you're looking for in the way of tech? Toys? I don't know. What's on your Christmas list? Share it in the comments, because hey, we got a slow stream today. Everybody's out Christmas shopping. Let's see. ABC 589 Gaming morning, even if it's 5 p.m. in the UK. It's always, yeah, it's 5 p.m. somewhere. That means we could start drinking. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Simon, it's just gone 5 p.m. in the UK. I know you guys get to drink during this stream. It's weird if I start drinking during it. So, Rhett made it. Hello again, Craig. Ready for the rant. Brett, thank you for being there, man. And hopefully it was worth coming by the member stream this morning. You know, it's Tech Unfiltered. Yeah, we'll tell it how it is. No, that makes it sound way more exciting. John, looks like you just woke up. Is it the hair's a mess today. It just, yeah, it's one of those days. The effort wasn't there, man. Wasn't there in the appearance today. David, today's live stream is brought to you by a VPN that no one wants. I love that you mentioned that, David. That is one of the things I don't do it. I turn down VPN sponsorships. I don't take any of them. I did like a NordVPN early on in my channel, but it's one of those that it's like, I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't trust any of you companies. And yeah, I just don't want to pitch some service that I don't know what they're doing with your data and stuff. But hey, for $49, you could get 2 years of coverage with whatever VPN. Yeah. So I feel you on that one. Love it, John. Thanks, John. Now I feel all self-conscious. I look like I just woke up. Dang it. I even had coffee and it didn't do any good. Alan, don't you know, John, his hair is perfectly styled. My hair does what it likes at times. Bill, 45 watching now. Hit Craig's thumbs up. He loves it. 45. God, I remember the days when we were at 145. No. Yeah, the stream's a lot more mellow actually the past few months, so it's calmed down. It's jumped the shark, folks. It's time to cancel the stream. You know, but the folks don't want it anymore. Today, let's see. William, hey Craig, as you are aware, I'm still trying to grow out my smart home and I'm interested in a NAS. What are your thoughts? The one I'm using, and this is the only NAS that I've used. But the thing I like about them, and I don't know if this is an option for other NAS servers, I have this Synology one. Let me just go to Amazon instead of looking at their whole. Typically with NAS setups, like I have this one right here, or mine's the 420 plus. But anyways, with the Synology stuff, the way that it ends up working with NAS in general is you have multiple hard drives, and what it does is it spreads your information across those hard drives so that you can back up your data. And in the event of a failure of one hard drive, your information is backed up on the other hard drive, so you won't lose any of your data. So in the case of the this one, you can put 4 hard drives in, so you can lose a hard drive, and none of your data will be lost. Now, one of the things I like that I learned about the Synology stuff is typically with NAS drives, you have to put matching hard drives in there. So if you could put 4 hard drives, you could do 4 8-terabyte drives. 4 8-terabyte drives, that gives you 32 terabytes. 24 of that is actually usable, while the other 8 is kind of there for the floating of information, it's spreading information across. Now, typically with a lot of these NAS drives, you have to have matching hard drives. So they have to be the same capacity. So if you were to upgrade your NAS later on, you have to replace all the hard drives. Well, with Synology, their way of doing it, their setup, you can actually mix and match drives. So if you wanted to, you don't have to replace all the drives to keep them the same capacity. So if you had a drive failure, you wanted to start bumping up your drives, you can put a different size in there. So to me, that sounded more flexible than some of the other options out there. But again, it's the only company I've used is the Synology stuff. Typically with these things, they don't come with any hard drives in them. That's why they'll say diskless, and then you have to buy the hard drives that go in them. That's the one I had. The 420 Plus is the one that I've used. And, but yeah, you see Synology, they got a pretty good ratings on their stuff. But yeah, that's a unit I've been using for a while. I'll just take you back to the homepage. So if anybody wants to look at NAS here, if you click on this link that I'm making, anything you purchase after using that link, it could just be, toilet paper for the next month. I will get 2 percentage points back on that purchase at no additional cost to you. So yeah, you got a lot of different options out there. To me, it seemed most interesting to be able to not have to have matching drives, because I hate to have to replace all the drives to get more capacity, if that makes sense. I am curious about Ugreen. They've been all over the place lately, really kind of popping up everywhere. But yeah, let me know if there's something specific you're looking for in a NAS, and then hopefully some others can help too. I hope Nanoleaf Matter will be good, because it seems Nanoleaf is not as reliable. Nanoleaf I found was very reliable with my HomeKit Thread version. I found they were extremely reliable. The HomeKit versions just consistent as can be. Matter, not so much. I have a Matter strip I tried to set up, and for my closet, this stupid thing doesn't want to connect. I'm just over it. I just gave up. I gave up on it. I'm probably going to rip that strip out and put something else in its place. Just, yeah, because I'm annoyed with it at this point. So it really, I hate that their thread stuff, thread over matter, matter over thread stuff is just hasn't been as reliable anymore. And welcome back, Larry. Rhett, I like that. No more smart home talk. Call the live stream Tech Unfiltered. Yes, I like that. I like it. We'll just be Tech Unfiltered, because I don't need it all just to be smart home. Right here, David. It's empty. There's my Red Bull. I should have got a Red Bull. Let's see, William, on my Christmas list this year, I actually would like to help me start a smart home. Help me start a smart home channel. Hey, you should do it, man. If you have any questions, yeah, let me know. Just do it. Biggest thing, just do it. Yeah, if you need some help, yeah, definitely let me know on here. It's so much of it is just press record. Just press record. Just put it out there. You can always delete it. And just remember, nobody's watching anyways. That's my biggest tip for people is as you are making that video, remember, no one's watching. No one cares. No one's gonna make fun of you. They may click on it and just, unless you're offensive in some way, oh my God, you look like you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I just started. I don't know. So, I mean, just do it, man. If you want to do it, just go for it, and just your audience grows with your talent. And then your talent reaches a certain point, and then your audience says, "Oh my God, there's not enough of it," and then your audience shrinks. No. But yeah, man, you got to go for it. You got to do it. If it sounds like something you're interested in doing, you just got to get out there and do it. And the more authentic you could be, the better. But yeah, just don't be afraid of like, oh, people are going to make, no one's going to watch your stuff to begin with. It's going to take time. So you'll be fine. You don't want people watching you in the beginning too much because you're not good enough in the beginning. So use that time. Enjoy being a beginner. So anyways, let's see, Larry, like button works here. Love it. And if you're hating this stream, do a triple click on it. It really lets YouTube know that you hated the stream. Bill, it's noon on the East Coast. It's early, but drinking isn't out of the question. You East Coast people get to drink now. Jay, at least it is hair. You know what? I'm happy it's still on my head. Hey, when I go into the nursing home, I'm going to be that hot old dude that with a full head of hair. The lady's going to be like, yeah, you see him? He's still got hair. I'll be like, that's right. I'm going to grow it out. I'm going to have long, white, full head of hair. While everyone else, all my peers are all bald. So... Okay, that's not nice. Anyways, let's see. Only 11 here, Bill. You could get started. It's okay, Larry. You're very alive today. You have a lot of energy. You know what? I was dragging in the beginning, and then I was dragging, entering the member stream, but talking with, those folks in there just get the warm-up act. They really get everything going. Larry, happy Saturday to you. Devon, something new is coming to Apple TV Plus. There are 17 days until Christmas. Yeah, a bunch of good stuff's out on Apple TV now. Silo, second season's return, that's on. Shrinking is on. Double thumbs up, gets me the fireworks. Okay. David, I've got fingers crossed for Apple's rumored HomePod with a screen next year. Yeah, and I hope we do see a HomePod with a screen in March. March would make sense based on previous HomePod releases, but it seems like every time they say something, it's just like I thought a recent rumor was pushed back. HomePod was pushed back till late 2025. I don't know. It's become a little ridiculous, but this is Apple. I mean, if you look at it, Apple they wait until everything's just the way they want it. They wait to see what the market's doing and then pick their moment to enter. So like, right now we got Samsung beta testing, folding phones for Apple. And once they're done beta testing it and they're at an acceptable level, then Apple will do a folding phone. For the past 10 years, we've had Amazon and Google beta testing smart speakers, seeing what works, what doesn't work, what makes money, and they're beta testing it and seeing what not to do and what to do. Now they've kind of watched long enough. Any moment, Apple should dive into that shallow end of the smart home pool. Most recent rumors, Apple's HomePod with the screen may come later in 2025. It's just at a point they need to just get something out there and do it. Last thing I had read about it, though, it seemed like the delay that I was reading about was a software delay, that it was like figuring out whatever the software side of things was, but I'm not seeing that in this particular article. But it needs to happen. It's long overdue. So that's just, let's Evening. Oh, Odin Moore. Welcome. Evening to you. Bill, wish I was energetic. Had 7 inches of snow Thursday at home to shovel. Shoveled at work. Worked then home again. Back is still a little sore. Bill, why do you have a shovel? Where's your snow thrower? Your snow blower? That's one of those things. As a Californian, I lived in Massachusetts for 3 years. I had a snowblower. I never understood why every other person didn't have one. My attitude was, or my question was, do you think winter is going to take a break? Are you going to make it one full year and winter says, no snow this year for you. No need to shovel. No snow for the next 5 years. You're clear. No need to shovel. No. Snow's going to be there every year. Get something with a motor that shoots the damn thing in the air and shoots it everywhere else. It's like that's the way I saw it as a Californian. I'm like, I don't want to scrape that crap off the ground all day. I was going across the street. I did my neighbor's yard. I'll do everyone's yard, with everyone's driveway when I have something with the motor. But yeah, it was one of those things that, as the silly California coming in, I'm like, why doesn't everybody have one of these machines? Because you need this every year, and shoveling sucks. So that was my California arrogance coming in. And then I also complained about not having garages in a lot of places in Massachusetts. I'm like, why don't you guys have garages here? You have snow and stuff. And then people in Massachusetts would always tell me, yeah, it's expensive to build garages. I'm like, after the fact, yeah. But if you pour the foundation in the beginning and you make it part of the structure from the start, it's not as bad. We do it out in California all the time. So, but yeah, I don't have a snow sympathy after. No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Bill. Yeah, I felt very fortunate that I was actually able to use my mom's snowblower, that she didn't need it, but so I didn't have to run out and buy one. But I would, credit card was warmed up and ready to go, because yeah, snow's no fun. Let's see, where at? Larry, where can we locate that link to share purchases with you? I couldn't locate it when I bought. Oh, UPS unit here. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Yeah, for the links, I do have a affiliate link in Discord in my affiliate link channel. But for anyone else who would like to use any of the links, as a content creator, I could go to Amazon.com, click Get Link. It'll make this link. Put that into the chat. Now, anytime you click on that link, it's just going to take you right to Amazon's homepage. And I'm not encouraging you to bookmark this, use it, or any of that. You're not supposed to do that. It's Amazon's terms of service. I just put the links out there, let you know how they work, and then you use them if you like. I actually have my bookmark to Amazon is for a creator I follow. So take some creator you know and follow them. Use their link, click, and they'll get credit for it. So they'll get a couple percentage points. But yeah, that's how those things work. I drop an affiliate link. You guys choose to use it. A couple percentage points come back to the channel at no additional cost to you. And thank you, Larry, for asking that. I'm sorry, Michael? I'm so sorry. I hate when I get people's names wrong. Hello in Croatia. Probably only country in Europe that don't have Apple One and etc. Apple TV Plus. Oh, well, you know what though? Sounds like you might actually be in need of a VPN. That really is the biggest reason I would think about getting a VPN, would be for content. To get content outside of where I'm at. I thought about signing up for a VPN because I couldn't watch my Discovery Channel shows in Mexico. I was like, I had the app, I had downloaded shows, but because it had logged on and saw I was outside of the country, it didn't let me watch those shows. So that would be a great time to get a VPN. So to place yourself, move you from Croatia over to the UK. or something. So yeah, you might want to get a VPN. That could be a good use. John, question that the NAS I use, what band of hard drive do you like? When it comes to the hard drives I have are what are they called? They are, they're like Wolf or some stupid thing. NAS HHD. Oh yeah, that's what they are. The ones that I have I have the Seagate Iron Wolf ones in there. When it comes to getting a drive for a NAS, you do want to get drives that have a faster speed, faster speed to them, because they have where am I looking? There's different speeds on hard drives. If you look at this, you have the 5600 RPM, that rotation speed. You have that, and then if you step up to like the Iron Wolf Pro, that's a 7200 speed. So on it, I basically just am using these ones here. They're just NAS drives as opposed to just regular HHD drives. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I don't know what the difference is. I just went with these ones. So not 18 terabytes, but I think I have, I have 4 8 terabyte drives. But the idea that I could just swap them out sounds really cool. Alan, Craig's not allowed to tell you to bookmark that link. I'm not Craig. Go ahead and bookmark it. You know what? Alan's a wise man. He's a wise man and a good friend. So yeah, I say listen to him. Listen to wise man. What do we got here? Check out. Oh yeah, you can put links in because you are you're a channel. You're a moderator. Yes. Oh, I'll move this over. Yeah, I saw this is coming out. This is a good one for pre-order. The new Lego set. Actually, it's in the... Oh, I cannot type on camera. I don't know how that is. Oh, it's Insider Points. 2 times points. If you guys don't know, I've completely nerded out on Legos. I don't want to say that like it's a bad thing, but yeah, we're 2 times Insider Points. Start yesterday, so it's time to do some shopping. But yeah, there's a new pre-order Lego. How do I spell it? Yep. $99 here in the US, but yeah, I saw that one. I'm debating, I might wait on the pre-order. There's another one coming that I might get before this one. But I'm sitting on some Lego Insider Points now, ready to make a purchase. Yeah, oh God. My wife did some Christmas shopping for me, and she uses my Lego thing, so I get the points, but I'm not allowed to look at the emails or see what she has purchased. So I'll get an email from Lego and just forward it directly to her. But I have a lot of Lego points right now. So, which means, there's about $90 worth of free Lego stuff there, which is crazy. I'm looking forward to Christmas. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, David. Let's see. I think you're the first Croatian we've had here. Welcome. Yeah, I think so too. So yes, thank you for being here. I'm going to go link because I think I got that one right. LINC. So thank you for being here. Alan, thank you. Yeah, we are far behind other EU countries. Oh, that's where, you know what though? That's the beauty of all this tech. It's a great equalizer on a lot of things. Like, yeah, your country may be, blah, 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 blah. Words are hard today. Your country may be behind with not having some of these services, but then you get a VPN and boom, you're now got the same access as everybody else. So it is cool that internet, VPNs, all this stuff just kind of open up all this to everybody. Odin Moore, I've always wanted to know if Z-Wave, Matter, and Amazon's ultrasound affect cats for me. Not that... Not in any way I've ever heard. I don't know anything. I've never researched the topic, but I have never seen an article in passing talking about animals affected by any of this stuff. And if somebody has, please definitely share it. But I'm like, I read a lot of stuff. Like I like reading. I use Apple News because I like how it grabs it from all different sources, and I read a lot of different stuff. But I have not seen anything pet related in a signal sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's yeah. Like I've never read anything that has mentioned that. So I would love to hear if someone else has, but yeah, nothing in passing. In all the years I've had the channel, I don't think I've seen any articles about tech negatively affecting, like smart home tech affecting pets negatively. Yeah, so, but I would love to hear if someone else has, because I don't want to give bad information. So we don't have Apple TV Plus yet. No. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Apple hasn't brought it out yet. John, I just updated the beta version of 12.8. The AI is getting a lot better. It is. It's getting better. It's getting better, but it's also like, how do you use it? Like, it's getting better. Like, it's better at recognizing and correcting some of the voice request I make, but then I made a request yesterday that I said, do this on Sunday, actually Monday, and I expected it to adjust with me, but it didn't. It kind of just acted like normal Siri without much more to it. But yeah, it's good seeing the little features coming in, but I do feel like Apple Intelligence, it's kind of hard to nail down a real selling point for it yet. You know, like I turned off one of the features that they have in here. You can use categories to set up your mail. So it shows you like you have primary, you have shopping, you have communication, you got these different tabs across the top. Well, for me, the stuff under primary, it was leaving too many things that actually mattered out. So I turned off all the category stuff. You know, when looking at some of the summaries are nice, but looking at some of these message summaries, it can almost get a little more confusing at times. You're like, what? What did? So yeah, I'm waiting for that feature that comes out that goes, this is why you need a phone with Apple Intelligence. It's cool that we got the stuff coming out and it's starting to roll out. Like, I am blown away by the capture functionality and how much information it can deliver. When you do a long press with the capture button and then you point the phone at something, let's see, just do a back of a Red Bull can. It'll snap a picture of it. You could then ask a question. It found a phone number. Oh, crap. Yeah, it found their 800 number somewhere at the bottom of the text. So if I want to call Red Bull, I can do that. I can hit summarize on it, and now it's just summarizing the product. Tells me about it. Not recommended for certain individual because of a high caffeine count. But then I can ask a question about it. How much is it? And then it's going to look it up using ChatGPT and tell me it costs around $1.50 to $3. Now, that right there, I just actually feel guilty that I used that feature after watching a video. So, but yeah, it's amazing what information it can grab using ChatGPT. But what just popped into my head after that search is how much energy and water is being used for request like that. I just watched a video that kind of has shifted my perspective a little bit on ChatGPT and whether we should be using it as much. I'm going to see if I can find this video. I wasn't even planning on talking about this one, but that just made me think about it. I watched a video, which I love this channel. These guys, God, I gotta find it. there's this, I don't even want to try to describe the channel. I just want to find the video, but it went into how much water and power is being used for all these AI servers. And it's a video I think a lot of people should check out because it's incredible the amount of water that's being used to cool these servers. And it was kind of eye-opening watching this video because it wasn't something I'd ever thought about, but it makes me think that, God, we should maybe not use ChatGPT as heavily as some people are. I gotta find this video, but watching this, I was like, wow, that is kind of scary. There's a country or state, I don't remember which state, but basically a quarter of the city's fresh water goes to the two servers farms there. And they're talking about making 2 more of these facilities. So they essentially could be competing for half of the city's water supply for water because of ChatGPT or the AI and all that. So I'm trying to find this. God, I got to find this channel. It was so really kind of made me think different about like, man, maybe we shouldn't be using all this stuff as much. There it is. ASAP Science. These guys are awesome. I don't know how I stumbled on their channel, but some of these topics are amazing. These two guys, both these guys are gay. So if you see the title Gay Face or Gay Voice, it's not them making fun of anybody. They've actually taken a scientific approach to why that would be. But they have some very funny topics. This one right here, I think everybody should check this out. This is your homework, folks. Not that it should be assigning homework, but check this video out. I thought it was very interesting on the what goes into some of the AI on the backside of it, like the water consumption and energy consumption and all that. So it was a very, very great video for that. So check it out. You might feel wasteful using some of this AI stuff after watching that video. Let's see. I've always wanted to know. What are they drinking? What are they drinking? Hopefully the good stuff. Larry, hair envy. Ha! It may be. My dad's attitude with the hair was, I don't care what color it is, as long as it stays on my head. ABC, hot old dude with a full head of hair. What did I come back to? You've come back to, the show has jumped the shark, man. It happened. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. Let's see. So, Alan, bald guys are the only real men. Remember that. Let's see. Croatia is in the EU Union, but we are far behind other countries. We don't have, for example, Amazon Prime. Yeah, man. That's got to be a little annoying, I would think. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like, hey, we're here. We're part of it. Can we have some of your cool Can we have some of the cool EU stuff that we joined up for? Alan, just remember, Larry, if we put our heads together, we can make a real ass of ourselves. Oh, I like that. David, sorry, Croatia. Thanks to the EU, no Apple AI for you. Yeah. Yep. I'm wondering how that'll all play out. Let's have 30 seconds of silence for the EU. You know what? I remember I spent a lot of time in Italy, and the damn euro screwed up Italy. Italy was such a great deal, man. Live like a king in Italy. And then that euro came in. So that's Gordon. I remember it snowing in California when I lived there, but it lasted one day. Californians can't drive in the rain, though. They can't. It blows me away. They're just like a couple drops hit the ground, and everyone. Do we pull over? Are we supposed to? Do we turn our hazards on? What do we do? So yeah. Larry, Discord, I didn't think of looking there. So, William Craig, I just hope when Apple comes out with their smart home display, they do not mimic Lady A in design. Yeah, that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's good. It's an interesting one because the rumors point to like a little 8-inch display. So basically something like an Echo Show. I think, I think Apple's going to either need to approach it like it is a smart home controller and it's more that tablet style, or it's like a smart home speaker still. So it's either going to like be beyond an Echo Show or more streamlined than an Echo Show. I see an Echo Hub, or I see, like an Echo Studio with a display on it. So, but I don't see the middle ground in there. Yeah, it's either going to be a sleek, cool little device, or it's going to be a device that they'll brag about their sound with it, I think. But we'll see. Alan, sorry, I hate getting names wrong. But it could be worse. You could live where Larry lives and have no connectivity to the internet. Well, he kind of has some. I love it. Yeah, you could have DSL like our friend Larry in Missouri. Your life could be worse. It could be DSL. Bill, one of these days I may get an electric blower. I've blown a lot of work over the years. I probably walked halfway to Florida. Bridges are fun, 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. Yeah, man, it's like we got the tech. I like using it. Odin Moore, I've always found it when I click affiliate links, it goes to the affiliate country on Amazon, and I'm UK. That is a great point. That's a great point. What I would suggest for you then is you should move to America. No, get a UK creator. Follow Paul Hibbert or some of the other folks. Stu's Reviews. Just grab one of those folks and click the review. Just keep it simple, so somebody gets a little taste of the action out of it. 13 minutes behind. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. And I buried my. Oh, yeah, I'm not on the live stream chat. That's why I didn't see it. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, Bill, I saw, in the live stream chat. Dude, that's a great deal on your laptop. 17-inch Costco. Yeah, Bill shared this in Discord, so I'll just share it with you guys. The 17-inch laptop for $600 from Costco. And that is, what is it? I was trying to see what the processor was in it. I'm like, Costco's such a great deal, man. I love Costco. It's like, there's certain things, like, I love Costco for buying stuff that I would just feel so guilty having all that stuff shipped to my house from Amazon. Like, if I'm gonna buy a lot of toilet paper, I feel better getting it from Amazon from Costco than to have that big box show up from Amazon. So it's the best. But anyways, I got derailed myself there. Let's see. VPN, and is there no subtitle on Croatian? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. If there may not be subtitles in Croatian. There are so many languages, but I'm like, if Apple doesn't have native service in that country, then there might not be the subtitles. Huh. David, sorry, Paul Hibbert, all this being bulldog. Nice. Alan, Apple Intelligence commercials make me worry about the upcoming generation. The village idiot of the office gets Apple Intelligence to make him sound like he actually is a human. Now, it's in thinking about Apple Intelligence and how easy it is to start taking advantage of all this AI stuff, I'm now thinking about like the bad side of overusing this stuff. Now my mind, I'm all bummed out on AI because of this video here. I'm like, wait, I can't use it because it's burning fossil fuels and destroying water, and AI is bad. So Anyway, yeah, Alan, that's I could appreciate what you're saying. Is we've already seen communication problems in younger generations because of tech and communicating and messaging and just not enough human to human interaction. Now let's add AI to try to correct that and see how well that flies. You know? Yeah, it's. I have a feeling people are going to be able to tell when the dumb people are using AI. It'll just read through. We're all going to get smart enough to know when AI is jumping in. I have a feeling we'll just know. You know, it's like no matter how good CGI has got in movies, we still know CGI. It's going to be a while before this stuff, we won't know. One thing though that I did read an article that they're saying that AGI is, what is it? The general intelligence, that to be able to match a human thinking and becoming smarter than a human, that will achieve that point with AI in the next 6 years. That is scary, man. That is scary. In like the next 6 years, artificial intelligence could surpass us. You think we're going to be in charge in 6 years if that's the case? Let's see, William, guys, quick question. I kind of read that iPhone 14 is not going to get Apple Intelligence. Is that true? Yes, that is true. The iPhone 14 does not have a chip that can use it. You need either an iPhone 15 Pro, an iPhone 16, or higher. Yeah. So the first regular iPhone to support Apple Intelligence is the iPhone 16. So to get the Pro version of the 15, you could get Apple Intelligence. Ratchet Gang, Big Oil sweating. Big Oil. You know what? That is, I'm curious to see how things will pivot with like the oil industry. Like right now, I see Tesla setting themselves up to be the next gas station, to replace gas stations. You know, eventually there's going to be a point like, when does Chevron start to add charging stations into gas stations, and eventually gas pumps shrink to the just stations and stuff? You know, where does that happen? Bill, at the most confident information finder, if it doesn't find the answer, it'll make one up. That is a great point. Yeah, the bloat, what is it? Amazon's AI was having a problem that it couldn't control smart home stuff, but it could show off. It liked to show off and give you a bunch of information, so, which is messed up. Yeah, this stuff could definitely lead us astray. Let's see. Only 15 Pro onwards. Yeah, the 15 Pro. Okay, so Alan, I'm kind of worried about the dumbing down of the American public and students, just my personal opinion. There's a great article someone wrote. I read it in like 2017. It was the person wrote an article 10 years after the iPhone came out. And the article written in 2007 was how the world will never be the same, will never be smarter, or will only be smarter. You know, we'll have access to all information at the palm of our hands and all this optimistic thinking. Well, 10 years later, the guy's like, yeah, it didn't quite turn out how I pictured. We don't use this to read and learn. We use, you know, so yeah, I don't think any of this tech will help people become smarter. What it will do, though, this tech will make it easier for smart people to rise to the top. You know, it's always the case. There's always tools that will make a job easier, but that just makes harder workers stick out more. You know, it's like, yeah, you have all these tools, but the hard workers know how to utilize those tools better. So there's no hiding. No matter how good this stuff is, the cream will always rise to the top. So yeah, stuff like that, it'll just, if I could teach my kids not to fall into the trap, it'll just make them smarter and give them a heads up on all the people that do. It's not a good path that a lot of this stuff goes down, I think. William, thanks, Dave. I guess I'm going to have to get my daughter and my wife a new phone. Yeah. Yep. That's, my youngest has an iPhone, or my oldest has an iPhone 14, and she's the only one that has Lightning now, and she's going to be the one without Apple Intelligence, but I don't think she'll notice. Link, you're my friend. M-Link, we got to give you a nickname. I just want to say goodbye to everybody from cold and rainy Croatia today. Hey, have a good one. Thank you for coming by and being our first Croatian here. Yes. My mom would have said moped. Nice. Ratchet Gang, Dark Ages are back. What was it? Just made me think. It's like every point in time, people thought that they're the most civilized civilization to exist, but they all went away. All the other previous civilizations have all collapsed. What makes us any different? Yeah. What was it? Amazon had what was it? Amazon had a response. Oh, yes. The New York Post. Here's an article. Amazon Lady A device predicts the date America will end in shocking video. So apparently the device, Lady A claimed on February 20th, 2031, the United States of America ceases to exist. The date marks the culmination of a process of unification between various governments that was not approved by most people. Yeah. So stay tuned. Lady A knows February 20th, 2031, America ceases to exist. That's some jacked up stuff, man. Oh my God. So anyways, that is some seriously crazy stuff that to get that kind of response. If it was a legitimate response, you could also make it say that though too. Let's see. Bill, Northern Indiana is the latest state to go nuts on server construction for AI. Also battery plants and Amazon warehouse. They'll be saying, please don't charge your electric cars or cook soon. I know it's like California. Guys, you need to get on electric. Yep. Just don't charge today, please. But get on electric. Just don't charge after 5. Then. Yeah. Yeah, and David, thank you. Glad you weren't affected by the earthquake. Yeah, there was an earthquake off the coast of California that was a 7.1 earthquake. There was actually in Northern California tsunami warnings. That's scary, man. 7.0 earthquake. That would have tore stuff up if it was on land. So it was like, thank God it was in the middle of the ocean. Because that would have messed up some people's that would have definitely messed up some people's houses and lives, man. Ratchet Gang, can't stand Hibbert. Be nice, man. Paul's a good guy. No, yeah, join the crowd. Screw Paul. No, I'm kidding. I just said that because someone's going to share that with them. And what they won't share is Paul's a good dude. I like Paul. He's a funny guy. I just gave him a new nickname, the bad boy of the smart home. Paul. Hibbert. Paul, bad boy of the smart home, Hibbert. So, Larry had the same thoughts. Oh, and 17. Oh, is it an I7? Is that I7? I can't. I'm blind. Had the same thoughts when they allowed calculators in school. Use your brains, kids. Now AI allows them not to think at all. What is nice to see though is like my daughters aren't allowed to. Phones are like banned in their classes now. They're like banned at school. I think. Like there is no using them in classes. Like it used to be they could get on their phones if they were done with stuff, but it's like now an offense where they'll take like you lose your phone. Like my daughters don't mess around with it. Their phones are all in silent. I'll get like during lunchtime, I'll get a text maybe from my oldest going, "Hey, can I go over such and such's house?" But yeah, they're starting to crack down on it, which it needs to happen because it is too easy to grab information using AI. It's the extra fingers. What? I'm confused. Alan, when you think about AI, I have one just word to remember: Skynet. I know it's like. You know the problem, Alan? The people running with the AI now are too young to watch Terminator. They don't know what's coming. Ratchet, remember Hibbert's working on the fly. What? Alan, if you want to be scared, watch Terminator Zero on Netflix. It's animated, but it's an excellent story. I'll have to check that out. One that I liked the Matrix cartoons. There was a cartoon, Animatrix, and it tells the story of how they got to the Matrix, where everybody's tied in. And basically, the story is, humans are all happy letting the robots do all their work for them. And eventually, the robots had enough. And in the end, humans become batteries. So that's one of those that, yeah, it's a good one to watch too, because that makes you think the Matrix may not be as far off. Yeah. So especially we got Optimus, you got Tesla working on Optimus. You have that Boston Dynamic robot, which those things are amazing. Yeah, you get the AI, you get the brain behind those things. Watch out, humans. You better be creative, or you better be super nice. You better have some great customer service skills or creativity, because robots aren't going to be good with dealing with humans. I think they're just not going to be good at it, and they're not going to be able to make creative things for other humans. But other than that, if you don't fall into those categories, you better find some other way to make your robot overlords happy. Because me, I know I'll dance. I could dance and make them laugh or something. No, robots don't laugh. Crap, I'm screwed too. Let's see. David, iPhone 17 Air sounds like it's just another name for the SE. Yeah, it sounds, well, I don't know. I think I think they're creating possibly a new category almost. If you think about it, you have the iPhone. Okay, we'll call that the iPad. iPhone is equal to the iPad. You got the iPhone Pro is equal to the iPad Pro. You had the iPad Mini was kind of like the iPhone SE. Well, then Apple made the iPad Air. So it costs more than the iPad, but not as much as the Pro. So Apple could be creating a middle of the line device or an in-between device that is a Pro with a bigger screen with maybe a little bit more onto it so that you can charge more, but not quite as much as the Pro. So yeah, I could see it being either a cheap and SE alternative or a new product category. They're trying to throw a middle iPhone in there, which will become the new standard. And then like the iPad, everybody bought an iPad or an iPad Pro, but then the Air came out, and that's the one you want. You either want the Pro or the Air, and then you get the other iPad for the kids. So let's see. Devon, Wonder Pets in the City will be available on Apple TV Plus this Friday. The reboot show of the Wonder Pets, which aired on Nickelodeon and Noggin way back in 2006. Thanks, Devon, for sharing. Devon has kept us up on all things animated for like the past 5 years. I remember Paw Patrol. We had like a year countdown on that one. Bill, yeah, Skynet, iRobot, Star Trek, Twilight Zone, RoboCop, and probably a few hundred others. Yeah, but that's one of those. It's humans. We all think we're the one that's not gonna break it. We're not gonna break we're not gonna be the one to make that mistake. That's our arrogance there. That, yeah, I mean, because who's running forward with this research going, I'm the one that's going to break this crap. Humans are going to be enslaved, robots are going to take over, and I'm going to be the one that makes it happen. They're like, no, the problem is all of our arrogance going, no, we'll have this fail safe. We'll have this fail safe. That's not a problem. No. And then it's a problem. What happens when Newsom uses AI? He'll find another way to save the state. So that's as far as I'll go on that one. He doesn't have a brain to begin with, so he might be dangerous with AI. The AI gets dumber. Yeah, that's the problem, is we have to actually be concerned. We may want to think about who we let train AI. Because, I mean, we could be making it, some people might be making AI worse with their training. What do you want for Christmas? Hey, good to see you, DG. I feel like it's been a bit. For Christmas, my whole Christmas list has been, it's a Lego list. From a tech standpoint, I feel really content. There's nothing I really want. I have an iPad Pro 2022, whatever the M2 version. My 3-year-old laptop's still amazing. I feel content. I just want toys now. So, no, this is pretty much, yeah, my little hobby is Lego building at this point. Keeps me out of trouble. It's a good way to just kind of tune out, and nice and relaxing. So that my list ends up being a Lego shopping list. So it's very easy for my family to buy. Like right now, my list has gotten awfully expensive, I see. Right now my list to buy it all would be $1,400. But yeah, these the Lego sets have been piling up on the list, so they that ends up being what the family can get me. So yeah, it's very easy to shop for me. You're like, here you go, here's a link, pick what you want. Where did I end up? Okay, Jackson, Ratchet Gang, hashtag Ratchet Gang. Paul is entertainment. Craig is informative. Man, I want to do both. Why does he get to entertain? 53 minutes. I'm only 10 minutes behind. But we're picking it up. David, are Disney taking Star Wars too far now? Another TV series, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Yeah, that's I don't think Disney hasn't had a great hit, I feel like, in the Star Wars side. Like, it's been, okay, good. Like, The Mandalorian, I like that, but the book of Boba Fett is, I don't know. Ahsoka, I haven't really been able to get into it. I have started watching the Clone Wars cartoons, and those are pretty good, but yeah, it's kind of hard to say. There's really hasn't been much to excite me in the Marvel universe or the Star Wars universe with Disney doing stuff. It's just like, it just feels like too much. Too much, and none of it is really, nothing has popped, Like, I feel like Paramount has done a better job with Star Trek and their different series than I think Disney has done with some of these Star Wars shows. So I really don't get that excited to see, another Star Wars coming out. But I would like to see another trilogy. Thanks, Trump said that. What did he say? I don't even want to know what he said. I heard of Skeleton Crew, but I haven't looked at it. That's where I think a lot of this stuff, at least what I'm finding, is I'll hear about these new shows and there isn't much of a draw to it. There really hasn't been anything to kind of pull me in. And I think a lot of that is due to just such the mediocre stuff that has been put out, like the Marvels movie and the Eternals didn't do good, and some of these different series they made, they just haven't been that great. And I don't know, it's Yeah, some of these, I think they've jumped the shark in some of this stuff. They're just like, dude, just stop. Stop making Marvel stuff. Stick with the movies and make sure they're a good movie. Stop trying to push too much social agenda and these things. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think we're kind of reaching a point with some of this stuff that it goes to that you try to satisfy everybody, you'll satisfy nobody. It's just, I think we're at that now with kind of Disney and Star Wars. They're like, we don't have enough 17-year-olds in Nebraska watching Star Wars. Well, what do they like? Well, let's add that into the Star Wars universe. It seems so ridiculous, just some of the stuff. There was some movie, Star Wars movie or series, Ahsoka, is that the one? There's one where the showrunner knows nothing about Star Wars. And that's how they're going to bring something new to the universe. You're like, by knowing nothing about the universe. You're like, all right. So I think if you're going to hire people like that who take pride in not knowing the product they're making and they're just going to do their own take, you're going to lose fans who actually care about the product. So that's one of those that I think they've done too much of that stuff. But yeah, that's where I've kind of given up a little. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to get, into all, it just feels like there's too much trying to cater to everybody that we're not satisfying anybody. I think this is the easiest way I would describe it. Where are we at? See, Australia has now a full ban on social media. I think it's great. Because I did a ton of corporate events as a lighting designer and have had speakers in all different tech companies come through, and almost every major leader in a tech company will not let their kids use this stuff the way the average person does, because they know it's all designed to hook you and, to feed off of, negativity. They know it sells. I mean, years ago, you could look it up. Facebook had a bug where the camera was accidentally getting turned on so they could see the person as they're scrolling. I'm like, what kind of data could that provide? That person stayed on the image longer and they're pissed. Wow, pissed. Pissed gets more reaction. Okay, cool. Let's feed them more stuff that upsets them. So yeah, this stuff just manipulates so much. It just taps into those parts of your brain to lock you in. They should lock it down. I do think it's interesting that TikTok has to be sold by February 19th, January 19th. Yeah, January 19th, TikTok has to be sold. If it's not, then it'll be banned in the US. John, the Bitcoin used a lot of energy in Texas. We don't have enough energy anyway. Yeah, Bitcoin use, it skyrocketed in South America because of power. Just power costs were so low that a lot of business went out to South America to get cheaper power rates. But yeah, Bitcoin uses so much power processing to keep it going. Alan, I have a lady in Australia that I talk to frequently, and when I mentioned that David, she said yes, but they are allowed to use Pornhub. Priorities, man. You know what? The adults are allowed to, or their kid. I'm like, that's twisted. Star Wars Skeleton Crew is like Star Wars Goonies. First 2 episodes good. Got now. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That's an interesting analogy. And speaking of Goonies, they're supposed to be making there's a Goonies Lego set that's going to be coming out in the next year or two. Devon, season 2 of Ava the Owlet is coming to Apple TV Plus next year. Okay, thank you for sharing. Alan, Boston Dynamics robot kind of creeped me out. Watching the video of the one taking parts from one area and putting them in another, the damn thing walks backwards and swings to head around. Yeah, it is creepy. Over on, I just saw a video that over in Mar-Lago, at the resort, the former president's resort, they have one of those Boston Dynamic dogs on patrol, walking around. Like there's a park area and this thing's just walking around, keeping an eye on everybody, and it's just on security patrol, which makes a lot of sense. Use something like that and just let it roam the property. So, yeah. But yeah, check that out. Look for that. But yeah, it's on patrol over in Mar-a-Lago. I don't want to get into names and all that stuff, But definition of insanity: doing something over and over and expecting expecting a different outcome. Yeah, I know I've lived by that definition of insanity plenty of times. David, don't forget Lady A's AI cloud. Bezos needs a new yacht. Well, there's somebody else they're working with now. Yeah, I saw this last week that Amazon eyes a new partnership. Scoop. There's a new partnership that they were looking at, and I don't know if it's this is the first thing that popped up. Axios, Amazon's what was it? Yeah, there's something that came out. I don't know if it's this article, if that's the name of it, but yeah, there's someone else that they're using, and I don't know if it's this Axios or if it's some other company, but it came out this week. They were saying there's someone else I thought they were working with. Amazon eyes new partners for revamped AI. So that makes me wonder how things are going with Anthropic, I think is the name, Anthropic AI. So yeah, I'm like, what's going on there? Did their former partner not cut it? Let's see, don't forget, and Red. Okay, rants are entertainment too. Yeah, he's got like artistic skills. I just have ranting skills. That was bizarre. That's let's see, Larry and Craig, you have to watch Star Wars Rebels. Excellent animation and storyline. Now, Rebels, where does that fall in the timeline? Is that after Clone Wars? Because see, I'm watching Clone Wars to get back into the timeline to get back into that. Because I did watch I forget, whatever the second one in the trilogy was. Now I'm doing the animated show. I'm in season 2, and then I'll go back for the third in the trilogy. Let's see, Alan, Jeff Bezos has rocket envy and he needs to stop doing that with his billionaire carnival ride and do something real. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good use. It does feel more like a ride. Bezos is making a ride. Elon's working on making a rocket to take you somewhere. Blake, hey Blake, I hope you're doing well, man. It's good to see you here. Yeah, feeling the same way about Star Wars, unfortunately. Yeah, it is. There's Star Wars. There's just been too much. I think there's been too much of it going on. Too many different versions. So, and trying to satisfy too many different audiences too. I don't have that mindset of like that indie band type mindset where it's like, we need to keep it small and a tight group and it's only these type of people in it. But you can't just throw away the whole root of it and just make a new product and expect people to buy it. It needs to stay true to the source material in ways. It can be improved and adjusted, but to me, these other things just feel like they've taken the Star Wars world and tossed that aside. And let's just make something new. Alan, Disney is too woke. Did you hear about the new Snow White? Yeah, I won't see the new Snow White. Screw that. I won't see that Snow White. Disney, that stuff's stupid. One, she's annoying as hell. They should have canned her when she started being annoying. You don't bash the old story about how weird the original Snow White is. Yeah, I won't see that. And I love the show. I love the movie Wicked. I mean, the live show Wicked. I love the original. I love the show Wicked live. I've seen it like 4 times. It's great. I will not see this new Wicked, and I will not see this new Wicked because of the lead singer. And this is why. I'm gonna share this with you. So this Wicked star gets all butthurt because a fan, someone who loves the product, loves it, took the original Wicked playbill art, which is you just see the lips and the nose, and you see that. They took that fan art, and what they did is they darkened out her eyes. They blacked it out. Well, she got all butthurt and went on a thing about how she's a person and this and this and this. She didn't do it. The person who made the graphic didn't do anything wrong. She made it look like the original. She didn't demean her. She didn't tear her down. She didn't say it's just stupid. I'm like, so for me, I will not, there's no way I'll go see this movie because I'm so over this kind of woke garbage crap. And like, seriously, the idea that some fan goes out there and tries to make something fun, like, hey, look, I made the live action thing look like the poster, and you're gonna like tear them apart on social media and get all like take it all personally. It's like that kind of crap. It's like, just shut up, go do your job, and just like right there, I won't go see that. There's a few things like, and I love the show, but that actress, it's like, just save your garbage, save all your nonsense on there. And yeah, that Rachel Zegler, I think it is, who's in Snow White, she has trashed that movie. That movie will bomb because of her. And yeah, if you've seen any of her interviews, she's pretty much bashed the old story of Snow White. She's bashed the idea of a prince. Like, she even at one point said we could cut the prince and it wouldn't even matter in the movie. Just basically and then she's gone on her pro stances on state of things happening in the Middle East, and yeah, it's a whole thing where it's like, yeah, you take all that and you keep all that aside, and yeah, so I won't see that. I won't see that show either. But yeah, that's gonna go down in the toilet. That'll be another Disney flop. And for me, Wicked, I'm like, after that kind of attitude out of the lead singer, the lead getting all butthurt over something like that, like it's something that was, you were attacked. I'm like, that's the kind of crap that's just not helping society in any way. I'm a person. I'm not an animated character. No shit. No shit. Sorry, I gotta say it, guys. No shit. You're not an animated character. Instead, you're someone on a soapbox, blah, 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 and now you're wondering why nobody wants to watch your movie. Just like now. I just went on my soapbox, and now I can't be surprised if someone unsubscribes. But anyways, sorry, guys. For me, I'm so, now I'm triggered. Now I'm triggered by all this, like so much of this just woke stuff, and everybody holding everybody down, and everybody, everything just feels like everyone's angry at everybody all the time now. So, let's see. Larry, Star Wars, the Corn Wars for Nebraska 17-year-old viewers. Yeah, so what we found is kids like social media, they like Star Wars, they like football, and Kardashians. How do we add all of this into a Star Wars? You're like, what the hell's going on? So anyways, let's see. Bill, if you go to England and look at Facebook, you'll see a lot of grayed out pages because they censor it, and all the rest of the internet can't go to any sites with Republic in their name. That's interesting. I know someone who recently was in England. That, I had never heard about that. That's interesting that we're finding, oh God, I gotta pick it up. I didn't realize they were doing any censoring. Johannes, today at the train station, I saw a sticker on an advertising display to read a privacy policy about MAC address collecting, personalized ads coming to reality. That's interesting. Well, yeah, yeah, that would be interesting. I had to stop and think about what you're saying. The privacy policy about MAC address collection. Well, yeah, that would take if they're able to personalize ads based on the MAC address of your device, oh my God. It's like, yeah, well, we know specifically you're on your laptop and you use your laptop in this geolocation at this. That's a whole nother level of insanity on advertising. David, back in 2018, Michael Winslow confirmed they were working on a new Police Academy film. So I bet he floated that just hoping someone would start a new one. David, at least they haven't done a Star Wars, Star Trek crossover film. Not yet. No. That would be a battle. That would be a battle of the fans. Yeah, that's what it should be. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Oh, that would be the competition. It's where the universes collide and only one can survive. Do you think Apple product prices will rise when Trump is in office? Should I buy now? I don't think the prices are going to rise with it. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't be worried about that. But there is always, just throwing it out there, if you are concerned, we are in holiday pricing. Double check return policies, but most items, so if you did decide to buy an Apple product, let's say you went over here to Amazon and wrong button. Let's go to Amazon. Let's go for an iPad. It's AirPods. Say you want to buy some AirPods. Here's the latest pros. We return policy. Only January 15th. Okay, never mind. I was going to say you're covered for Apple returns to the 31st, but that's not right. It's only to the 15th. And someone takes office after the 15th. If your return policy's to the 31st, you could always buy now and then return and see later. But personally, I don't think we're going to see price changes with that. I think a certain amount will get lost and will be absorbed if needed. And then I think companies like Apple will actually move around where they produce stuff. You know, like I think Apple is investing more in India now, and wasn't it like Vietnam or something? Like there's some other countries they're investing more in to skirt some of that stuff. Larry, yes, Rebels takes place after Corn Wars, but it's a different style animation. It follows Ezra and Kanan, which is really good. Ezra's a boy with horse powers, and Kanan teaches him. Okay, I'll have to add that to the list when I'm done. Did you hear Elon truck is not sale? The people were told to take. Oh yeah, apparently the article I was reading. So Cybertruck production, they gave workers 3 days off, paid days off. They stopped production, and apparently, from what I was reading, it was battery production issues. Like they didn't have enough batteries, I guess, to continue producing it. Not a problem with the production of the truck or whatever, or some other issue. It was supplies to make the truck, not demand for the truck. So I don't know. But apparently demand has slowed down enough that there's a leasing option, and some other stuff that they've opened up leasing for it, which has kind of showed that it slowed a little for their demand. But apparently it's the best-selling electric truck in the world. Not that there's a lot to choose from. So let's see. And people are getting all worked up and possible selective, and I'm emphasizing the word selective tariffs. If Japan doesn't play nice or Apple doesn't play nice, well, that's the problem. Payback time. Yeah, that's where, you see how much is, I don't know. Yeah, that is, I just think it's a big question mark about stuff. I think, it's, you got to play the game. Sometimes you got to carry a big stick, and I don't know, sometimes, I've coined a phrase with my wife recently called strategic insanity. It is basically if you come in strong and hot enough in the right way and use it properly, you can get a lot done and accomplish. Like, for example, like I was able to save an hour of my day during a timeshare thing because I just used my strategic insanity. Just came in forceful enough in the right way, polite enough, and just strategically enough to just the person go, oh, this isn't going to work. And we're not going to put, this isn't going to work. This guy's not going to buy a timeshare from us. And that stopped the conversation. I think with some of the stuff, with some of these countries, you may need some strategic insanity. You need to, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And you may not actually do this or that, but you may need, so yeah. Go woke, go broke. We got our rant. Yeah, I love it. I love seeing companies wake up. I love it. I love it when companies are being punished for just going woke. Let them go broke. Harley Davidson, I was watching their whole journey. They basically, they kind of pooped on their community, and the CEO of Harley was like, he prided himself being like the woke czar or something. It was something ridiculous, but that dude, it was like, yeah, good. You guys, you can't just crap on your community and then go try to find another community and expect that one to stick around. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's great to see more companies doing that, because I think we need people to speak for the majority, not for just the few. Yeah. As a Star Trek kid, I learned the good of the many outweighs the good of the few or the one. So what's good for the majority of us means more than what's good for the one person or the few people. So yeah. Yeah, I do realize as I get older, I become more and more conservative about certain things, because I'm just like, what the hell are we fighting for about this stuff? But yeah, I love the go woke, go broke. Bill, the whiny brats are beginning to get a wake-up call. Change is in the air. I love it. And Tecumans, I'm so sorry. What's your take on Mira Smart products? Thanks. Miras, whatever. I'm using one of their plugs, and you'll actually see it in tomorrow's video. You set up one of their plugs for some Christmas lights, and I just had, I have a smart switch that it just wouldn't stay connected from them. They're not in one of my upper brands. I feel like that I go with TP-Link if I want the Apple side. I go with that more, or I go with Akara. I just felt like with their stuff, it just acted up. I had some smart plugs, 2 smart plugs that acted up too much, that I just stopped using their stuff. So yeah, it just fell off my radar. So I don't really have anything good or bad to say about it. But yeah. Bill, the whiny brats are beginning to get a wake-up call. Changes in the air. It has to be. It has to be. You can't go on. And people need to wake up. I'm telling you, the biggest thing missing from social media is a thumbs down button on every social media site. It is so stupid. It is so dumb. We have policy and companies and stuff being decided by blowhards who just babble crap on Twitter, and then you get a bunch of people who get to just give a heart. And you get to silently support, or you have to verbally object. The problem is you verbally object. Now you got this whole crowd up your butt because you don't agree with what they're saying. So you can silently agree, or you have to verbally object, or not verbally write it. You have to actually say why you object to something. Where if social media had a thumbs down, how many blowhards would be shut up? How many people going, well, my dog should be on the plane next to me, blah, 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 and my horse, and I should bring my cat because my sister loves that cat. Shut up. Everybody gave a thumbs down, and we could all see that thumbs down. That would tell that person to shut up. No one cares about you and your stupid horse on a plane, or your dog. No one cares. Majority of people, if given a poll, would you like to shove this horse up that person's butt? They would rather do that than to have it next to them on a plane. But we don't get to say that. So what happens is American goes and says, well, people are mad. Look, 100,000 people agree they should be able to bring their dogs. Well, 1 million people didn't agree, but they didn't want to hear the 100,000 people in the comments, so they said nothing. So that's how it was removed. Yeah, Bill, thumbs down was removed on YouTube, and it hurts people's feelings. Yeah, no, the thing is, I know the thumbs down's still there. The creator knows the thumbs down's still there. What it does is now you can't dislike. I forget the term. You can't just attack someone and just spam them with dislikes and make their video look bad. So for a public outlook, people can't tell what the thumbs down are. But as a creator, I know when I piss people off. I see it in the thumbs up and down. They still exist. I know when a video upsets someone. I could see the ratio change. The poster on Twitter, even if we publicly don't know how much that comment's hated, which I think we should all know, because then it puts the next person in line and goes, oh, I really don't want, people don't want horses on planes. Okay, well, I'm not going to be the one to go, I want my horse on a plane because I don't want 1 million thumbs downs because that'll make me feel dumb. So that's the kind of stuff like that I think social media is just trash because we're only hearing one side of every conversation. We're only hearing the full, we never hear the full conversation on anything. We only hear the side that agrees with what's being posted, and then you get a handful of the objectors. So yeah, the thumbs down would be great. It would just, people need reality checks. God, if I opened it up and I just went on this rant and all I saw was 100 thumbs down and 0 thumbs up, I'd be like, damn, people don't like me. And even now, I'll finish this and I'll sure there'll be some dislikes, but I'll go, hey, okay, certain percentage, people aren't going to like me. Cool. But yeah, it's a messed up thing. So yeah, hey, this is very tech related. The Whitey Brads are beginning to, I love the wake-up calls happening. Has anyone watched the new series The Sticky on Prime Video? I've avoided Prime Video. There's nothing that I've wanted to watch on there. And yeah, just since commercials, I'm just not even curious to see what they have. David, I've got a few Miros, I don't know how to pronounce it, lamps that are great. Not tried the smart plugs or bulbs though. Yeah, I've had their smart switches and bulbs. Okay. Each time I think I'm almost done with the stream, then I'd go on another tangent. Powered up, never charge devices again. Oh, see, then you get David dropping some tech. Whoa, dang it. Powered up, never charge your devices again as UK scientists create battery that lasts 5,700 years using diamonds. That I would love to see, man. Because that is the kind of thing that's going to change the world. Batteries are our biggest bottleneck at this point for a lot of this tech. God, if you can make it last longer and smaller, the world changes. Okay, we could scale down batteries by 50%. Take everything that requires a battery and imagine it being that capacity, being size cut down that much. Wow. My car weighs 6,000 pounds, I think, 4,000 pounds because of batteries and all. If you could cut that in half because you didn't need to recharge and it just I don't know. That has been the biggest bottleneck in tech for years, forever. So, Larry, the issue with tariffs, the supplier country isn't paying that tariff. The price is passed on to the buyers. Yeah, but if the buyer then doesn't buy because the tariff affects it, it gets passed along and then you decide with your wallet. I think that's a big part with the tariff side is if it becomes, if you're comparing two products next to each other, what really sucks on the tariff side is when you clearly aren't going to pick the other side and your side is being punished with tariffs. Whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, you're not going to just go, oh, you know what? There's a tariff. I'm going to flip over to the flip side. But yeah, that's a good point. In theory, tariff should supply and demand should change. Whatever. Devon, and before I forgot, did anyone watch the final season of Star Wars Lower Deck on Paramount Plus? No, I didn't. I am waiting for Star Trek Strange New Worlds to come back and then start up Paramount Plus to binge watch it. But yeah, I saw that came out. Getting ready to start that, Devon. Love that series. It is fun. Star Wars Lower Deck is fun. Alan, I don't much trust that paper, David. They actually have been working on that technology for more than a decade. It shows some promise. Oh, other sites are talking about it too, Alan. That's funny. GoSun smart plugs. They are great and no glitches. Oh yeah, Larry loves GoSun. Okay, what's your recommendation on a smart thermostat? I'm using the Ecobee. I think I like it. I mean, I liked my Nest thermostat better. I like the settings better. You had more control on your settings, where with the Ecobee you have a home mode, sleep, and away mode. I kind of want more control than that, but I like that Ecobee works with all the assistants, and this is the one I'm using, and I've been happy with that. I'll drop a link if anyone wants to check it out, or you can also just use this link as a starting point for your Christmas shopping, and a couple percentage points will go back to the channel at no additional cost to you. But yeah, I bought this because it works with Apple Home. I started off with the Nest thermostat because it seemed like it was beating the Ecobee at the time, but it didn't have that Apple Home support. Now though, with the Nest thermostat, which I haven't followed it at all, but I thought, aren't we working with Matter now? Oh, Nest thermostat. Like, isn't the Nest thermostat, doesn't that work with Matter and now works with Apple Home? I know nothing about any of the other thermostats. I kind of find thermostats a little boring, so once I bought mine, I ran away from them. So, no, but the one that I like and I've been using has been the Ecobee one. And for me, I want stuff that works with all the smart assistants the best I can. Bill, the battery plant being built in Michigan is on hold right now because of lack of EV sales. The battery plant in Indiana has had companies investing in it change. Yeah, that's it's such a weird thing. It's like it's one of those. It's a hard thing that you're like Tesla's an electric car company. People who want electric cars are going to Tesla for an electric car. It's a weird place for the regular car industry to be in, because there's a lot of people who don't want to take that step yet. Don't trust charging a car. I mean, I'm blown away. My wife loves her Rivian, but she was worried about the whole charging side of things. And now it's like we've got it worked out. She's learning about her car. She's actually reading about it. And, she loves her car now. But it's so easy for her as a non-electric, non-tech person just to go back to what she knows. Especially if you look at prices and you try to compare these things and all that. It can be intimidating. I understand that, it's really the different car companies. That's a tough one to go and do the switch, get people to change. Chopped, I'm using Hive. It's great. It works with Google Home, Lady A, and HomeKit 2. Cool. I love it. Thanks for sharing that, Alan. But at least you can flip them the bird, Bill. I won't illustrate you. I will save people time by telling you don't bother with the new social media called Blue Sky. I opened an account, took a look, and I'm going to close my account very far left. That's the thing. I want to live somewhere in the middle, man. I don't want insanity on either side. And I feel like, 10 years ago, I felt like insanity lived heavier on one side. Where we're at now, I feel like insanity is living heavier on a different side. David, any thoughts on Jaguar's new brand? See their new electric type. Yeah, that's another one. Ignore who's actually buying your car and make commercials for people you hope will buy your car. unemployed hipsters and, the latest, coolest, trendiest folks with no money probably aren't the best people to advertise your luxury car to. But yeah. Definitely, yeah, folks, check that out if you want. But yeah, I got to pick up my pace a little. A new Jaguar is not even available. It's only a concept car. Yeah, they're basically polarizing. They're upsetting their fan base on a concept car. So, Bill, try reporting a scam ad on YouTube now. I've tried and can't seem to do it now. Like the device that's supposed to melt snow off your car. It basically spins around like a kid's toy. Oh my God. And you can't report it. Bet the Duracell bunny just had a heart attack. Love it. Bill, EVs weights break down roads faster, breaks down tires faster, and is increasing the rubber tire pollution in the air. Bill, and to do my part to help counter that, I try not to leave the house. But yeah, we're going to have more wear and tear as more people get these heavier vehicles. So if you are going to get a heavy vehicle, electric vehicle, try to do like I do and just don't leave your house. Just stay inside. It makes it easier for other people on the road, makes it easier on yourself. We have social media. We have ways to communicate. You don't need to Grubhub. We got all kinds of things. So get that electric car, keep it parked in the house. Don't charge it because there's not enough power for it. And we'll be good to go. So Alan, and who is the target market for Jaguar, especially in those colors? I won't comment further on that. Silly. I guess I've done some of my own ranting today. Bill, I love it. You're bringing ammunition to the fire. No, fuel to the fire. Yeah, I'm out of thoughts. On YouTube home screen, it gives you an option to add a kid's profile. Any ideas how to get rid of it? On YouTube home screen, I don't know how to get rid of it. You know what? I lost my graphic. I need to find the graphic. Craig needs to use his chat closed. I know. I can't find the graphic and I need to download it again. I don't know how to delete the profiles on that. Larry, I lost my graphic saying chat closed. Bill, I'm sounding like an old man yelling at the kids on my lawn. If you're out there actually yelling at the kids, you're an old man. Having the thoughts about wanting to yell at the kids in the yard, I think just makes you normal. Because I think the electric car concept is cool, but I just don't think there's enough infrastructure to support it. I think in a lot of cases, it just know you're kind of being sold a pipe dream right now if you're buying a non-Tesla. With using the Tesla network. The thing that they're not telling you with these is that you're able to use Tesla's 3rd gen and 4th gen superchargers with pretty much any of these cars that are allowed to use the network. Like my wife's Rivian, she can use Tesla's 3rd gen superchargers. Well, that means the closest supercharger she can use to us is about 20 miles away. There's 5 other chargers within 10 miles, but none of them are 3rd gen chargers. So yeah, and so that pretty much limits you to companies like EVgo. And EVgo is basically, they've installed the equivalent to what you'd install in your house. So that gives you about 15 miles in an hour. Or you have companies like, EVgo is a good one. They have superchargers. But then there's like ChargePoint, which you'll find at you can add them anywhere because they're basically the same as adding a washer plug or dryer plug at your house. So those, at the YMCA, there's some. At the city town hall, there's a couple charge points. They're all over the place, but those are slow as can be. So really, if you are going to buy an electric car that is not a Tesla, and you're buying it to use Tesla's network, do a search to see how big that network is, because it really is not that great right now. It's a little deceptive. We've learned how to use it and where the places are that worked well. But you can't just pick up any Tesla supercharger, which sucks. David, also Blue Sky, you can't have a private account. Did I hear it's set up by one of the original founders of Twitter? Yeah, I thought that was the case. I agree, Chop. That is the problem with electric vehicles right now, further down the road, literally. So, caught up. Have a good week. Yeah, Johannes, ride a bike. If it is safe, you get privacy, fresh air, and the ability to bypass the traffic jams and make the roads last longer. I like it. Unless you live in LA, and then they drag the whole, to spread it all out so you're stuck with the car. No. Thank you, Alan, for being here at the stream, and thank you guys all for being here. I know it's an hour and 45 minutes, but one of the things I've always tried to do with this stream is it's been a conversation for us who are here to have. It's there for a replay for people who want to catch up on it, but it's really meant to be a stream where it can go wherever it wants. And if you bring something into the chat, I don't want to fly past it and miss it. I want to see where it takes our conversation. So in doing that, these streams end up becoming long, but I enjoy being here and doing them with you guys. So thank you for spending part of your day here. I'm going to finish the last couple comments. David, apart from Tesla, there's quite a lot of electric VWs on the road here in the UK, which I love seeing that. I love seeing it move forward. Ratchet Gang, does your wife like her Rivian? Any regrets? No, she loves her Rivian. She's not a technical person at all. She doesn't, not technical at all. But she's kind of embraced learning about it. I'm like, this car can do as much or as little as you want it to do when it comes to tech. It can, like your phone, you can make phone calls on it, or you can learn about a billion other uses. So she's actually taken it and run with it and really kind of learned how her car works and is enjoying it. Great range, great speed. The thing's fast. I mean, you got a Suburban with a 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds. The thing, it's a nice size vehicle too. I mean, it's a big vehicle. So yeah, it's a great car. She loves it. Beautiful ride. And it's nice. She come home, plug the car in, she doesn't drive a ton. So we don't have a supercharger installed. We just do a slow charge of like 3 miles an hour. But it covers what we need. And if there's a longer trip, she'll swing by a supercharger and knock it out. But other than that, yeah, we love it. So I would definitely recommend it. Are Rivian automations a thing? Not that I haven't seen any kind of automations. What I would say is Rivian, I think the people who did Rivian are brilliant. They're like, instead of trying to compete with Tesla as it was a growing market, they went in the truck side. So, Tesla had a Model S that'll cost you, Model S, it costs you $100,000. Rivian had their R1T, which was their truck version. Tesla came out with the Model X, which is their SUV. Well, Rivian has the R1S that my wife has, which would be the equivalent to like a Model X. Well, next year, or actually you could do reservations now, but in 2025 or 2026, Rivian has their equivalent to a Model Y coming out. So it's like, they followed a very similar pattern. Driving the cars is almost the same. They use the same regenerative braking. It's basically like Rivian said, oh, that works. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. Apparently they settled a lawsuit between Rivian and Tesla. I didn't read enough into the lawsuit, but with the wording of it, it made me think that someone's taking from the other, like stealing some ideas. But I don't know what that means. So, but the way I would see it is I think Rivian took the good stuff that Tesla was doing and implemented it. So, I like it a lot. I think it's a great vehicle. And I think for whatever ups and downs the industry has had, the electric side has had, they have established themselves firmly in that truck space and they have a really nice product, and they're on a version 2 of it. So, which, has some nice updates. Bill, the faster you charge lithium batteries, the faster you'll have to replace them. Unless You don't drive. Ha ha! That's the secret. Yeah, and that's one of those, like for us, we never have to do we seldom have to do the rapid charging. That's where I just plug into the wall. Mine charges at 5 miles an hour. I've had a Tesla for 3 years. I've never I've used a supercharger 4 or 5 times total. I've never installed a supercharger because I don't drive enough to warrant it. Larry, bring your rants. That's what I want. I want chanting at the beginning of the next stream. Bring your rants. X is going down. Too much fake news. Has there been? Like, I took a break from Twitter during the election. I just didn't want to hear all the different sides. Robin, hey Craig, have you tried a Cara water shutoff valve? What's your opinion about it? Robin, no, I didn't. I actually turned that one down. They asked if I wanted to do it. I just didn't think there was enough interest, and I didn't really have much of an interest in doing it. So yeah, I haven't tried it out. What I would do, I saw that, let's see, I think Brian did one. Let's see, automate your life. Brian, I think, covered it. Did he? Or no, he didn't, I guess. Paul, oh yeah. See, Brian covered it. I'll throw his video in there. Also Shane covered it. Shane Watley. Let's drop this down in there. If you want to check out Brian's video, he's always good. He's pretty good at the smart home stuff, for a Canadian. Don't know what that means. That means nothing. For let's see. And then you got Shane did one on. So I'll drop those in. Those are 2 videos off the top of my head that I would check out. Let's see. And John, good afternoon from Texas. I know we've actually hit afternoon now. David, are you taking a break from YouTube over Christmas? Day after Christmas, or a couple days after Christmas, we're doing a little trip, family trip and then, but no, not much time off. I figure I gotta keep moving. Johannes, have a nice day. Thank you. Have a great day. David, iJustine has done a video on the Rivian and its smart features. Yeah, maybe I should check out her video, see if there's anything I'm missing. It's not my car. I don't care. I don't care what it does. I got my own cool car. No. Alan, if I may suggest that we let Craig wrap this up, I will not comment further so he can let it. Okay. So what is your battery degradation like on your Tesla? You've had it for 3 years. No idea. Have no idea what the other one is like. I didn't drive regularly enough. In 3 years, I put on 14,000 miles. So minimal. And yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And I just from what I've seen, you've got Teslas that have crossed 100,000 miles on the same batteries. Yeah, chat closed. Good job, Larry. He just replaced with a new one. Yeah, I just replaced mine. There was a good deal. Carvana bought mine at a great deal, so I ended up rolling into a new one. Trump would make Canada another U.S. state if he had his way. I know, I saw that. If you're going to take billions from the U.S., you should just become the 51st state. I'm like, that's awesome, though. I love it. Just to be able to say that. Larry, I'm not in the corner anymore. Don't make me use my range. Okay, a car water is great, easy to install, and can save you money. Yeah, see, in my house, part of the reason I didn't want to do it is my shutoff valve sucks. It needs replaced. It doesn't shut off 100%. I need to close it at the street to completely shut it off. I just didn't even want the hassle on all that. So, Devon, 3rd season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds expected to premiere on Paramount Plus in 2025. Nice. Expect to have 10 episodes. I look forward to that one. Okay, that was a long stream, almost 2 hours, but we made it through the chat. We are closed for real now. Thank you guys for being here. And if you're watching the replay and you sat through all this, I appreciate you being here too. But yeah, I enjoy doing this. I'll catch you guys next weekend. Tomorrow's video is going to be for some folks who, if you're thinking about switching to HomePods or you recently bought one, this will help you get started. Robin, I own a Tesla Model S from 2015. Even after 200,000 miles and tons of supercharging, still get around 280 miles on a full charge. See, that's good. After, yeah, you're 9 years, 200,000 miles. That's the thing, 280 miles. You're like, what? Like, I picture, the equivalent size car, you're going to get about the same mileage on a tank of gas on that. So, yeah. No, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Robin. I'm going to get out of here. Have a great rest of your weekend. Maybe I should just drag it on for 4.5 more minutes so we can hit the 2-hour mark. No, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.